All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mawar coming to you again, out in the highway and the byway, bringing out this gospel of truth to edify the hopefully elect of Yahshua of Israel, so-called blacks and the Americans and Latinos. We warn the 2/3 of our people of the impending judgment of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is going to bring the great Babylon America, this sinful, wicked, sodomite queendom, I should say. And it's always a pleasure that Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, the kikes over there in the phony state of Israel, all you Caucasians know that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy your motherfucking kingdom. But before we get started, I'm turning to East and give all through Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. Babylon is the teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, likewise, brothers, spin of the truth. If you feel this, you feel the brothers and sisters tuning in, shalom. All right, here we go again. All right, so hopefully the wind doesn't blow everything away. It's a little kind of windy today. Just threw up a little prayer. Ask the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai to give me at least 45 minutes or 55 minutes of a little calmness right here in this spot. Okay, to do it, because I didn't feel like doing another indoor camp. It just doesn't feel authentic when you're doing indoors. But here we are again. So, okay, there's a lot of hate going on. There's a lot of hate, okay? And who's that hate coming from? It's coming from our own people. You know, the most brokest ass, downtrodden, oppressed people, okay, are the most proudest, okay, ignorant assholes on this planet. And who are they? So-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and Hispanics. Here we are, giving this truth, giving the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai to tell these doggone motherfuckers that you're bigger than just being a nigger or a spick or a friggin' tonto. Okay, that you are in fact, okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelite. That you are in fact the chosen people of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, who were ignorantly called God and Jesus. That in fact, that the people that are in the phony state of Israel, okay, are imposters, okay, and the Lord is going to destroy them, okay, along with your unbelieving ass, okay? Your incredulity is going to get you killed. That in fact, who you go and run to for help, the so-called white man has been poisoning you, okay, experimenting with your DNA, okay, and since he can't destroy you fast enough because he look at us like cockroaches, you know, like cockroaches, you can cut most of the legs off. They're still low crawl and try to survive. They're just come out. They're just gonna come out and basically exterminate us. But you don't want to hear that because why? It comes with being responsible. See, we hold the so-called white man responsible for all of his wickedness. See, we don't let Esau get away with nothing. And yes, we do throw it in his face, you're going to go in slavery. I put a video up last night concerning that. The new global human trafficking is coming real soon. A new global slave trade. Okay, and what's going to be the main product? It's going to be, okay, these red motherfucking cavemen, okay, that we're going to dig out of the hole pursuant to Jeremiah 16:16. Okay, where we grab their ass with them damn bunkers and slap those chains on these doggone elites, and they will begin the process of slavery, which is their judgment, and it's going to be rough. Well, let's go on to you Jakes. Okay, this is the book of John 15, starting with verse 18. It reads, "If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you." So the world hated your Mashiach, who they call Jesus, before it hates us. Okay, they hated him. They were looking for somebody flashy and fancy, just like how Jake's them. They're more, they're more inclined to lend air. Okay, and we're seeing that's declining right now with these pulpit pastors and these churches, because they're starting to come to their senses now that these pastors ain't nothing more than they're going crooks in suits. Okay, and they're full of shit. All right, but and the Lord has put the spirit in certain comedians like Drusky and all of these other actors to show how phony and fake the so-called black Christian church really is. It's bullshit. Complete and utter fucking bullshit. Alright? So, we got a little gust of wind coming right now. So you're going to see this now and then. I'm going to try to hold this upright to try to get through with this. But, continuing on here without losing my train of thought here. What is happening right now is there's an awakening. But unless you have the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai on you, you're going to be a little bit kind of confused. in one sense, you believe you're a Hebrew Israelite, or you might think, well, maybe I am, but I don't know. You know, what's the benefit for me? Okay, because people are looking for what? Instant gratification. They're looking for something grand, spectacular. The Lord is going to bring something grand and spectacular, all right? When you destroy this place, well, it's going to be grand and spectacular, all right? And you want to be able to witness that from the chariots, not from ground zero. But they hated the Mashiach because he didn't come flashy. Because there's a change that comes with being Yasharala. Okay, you're no longer black, or you're no longer Latinos, or you're no longer Hispanic or Native American. Okay, so there's things that we have to change about ourselves. Okay, and you have to be critical. Okay, of your walk. Okay, it says henceforth, Salakia. It says, if ye were of the world would have loved his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. We didn't choose ourselves. I say it again, we didn't choose ourselves, okay? We were chosen, okay, by the Mashiach to go do this work. None of us chose this, okay? And none of us can choose this. You can't make yourself a prophet. You can't make yourself a teacher. You can't make yourself understand this, okay? Because I looked at the Bible for decades upon decades, and when they talk about the lamb, okay, you know, which represents Yahweh Shai, I always thought it was an actual lamb. When they talk about this, the beast, I thought it was a doggone seven-headed monster, like a doggone dragon, etc., etc., etc. Why? Because I was looking at what the church wasn't even talking about. It actually was what was in these cartoons, or what Esau them would bring out with their graphics, okay? And so when I first heard the Bible, you know, spoken or spoken the way it's supposed to be spoken, which is from the current leaders, okay, or the current apostles and elders and bishops and brothers and so forth, I go, wow, the God of the Bible isn't some passive aggressive old white cracker, man. He's a man of war, okay? He don't hear your doggone excuse and stuff like that. He has compassion, but at the end of the day, he don't want no damn excuse, okay? There ain't no damn devil that's, you know, going up against him with 1/3 of the angels and all that stuff, right? I mean, I used to think people like doggone, I can't remember, what is it, Oral Roberts, and, you know, these white men that would do the 700 Club and all. I used to think that they had direct talk or direct, you know, line with God, okay, or Yahweh, as we know right now, you know. And I used to be like, man, what would it be like to be like that, man, to be able to just talk directly to God? Because I thought, like, okay, you know, you die, you go either get burned forever and ever and ever and ever, which is like, damn, or you go and you sitting on this cloud or wherever the hell it is, like that, what heaven was all about. Just how stupid we were, man. But here it is. It says, remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, talk shit, you know, want to hurt you, you know, want to do these debate battle, you know, want to label you as a racist or a false prophet or whatever the case like that. And you know, when you dug on niggas and spics and Latinos, particularly you damn niggas, man. Do you know what false prophet is? Do you actually know the meaning of it? So when you're gonna use some term, okay, at least bring out what that is all about, okay, and really give example of it. Y'all don't give example of damn shit. It's always your damn fucking feelings, man. Okay, and the reason being is that not only are you fucking doggone dumb in understanding this, but you're also dumb in the world. You people are dumb in the fucking world. You'll be shut the fuck down real quick. Okay, in a lot of the meetings, okay, that a presentation I had to do when I was out there in the world, you'll be shut down quick. Because if you can't prove factual, analytical data to back up your talk, you're done. So you're dumb not only in the world, you're dumb not only in this, but you are dumb in the fucking world. It's just laughable, man. It's just laughable. All right? You're not impressive, Jake. You're not fucking impressive. You're just hustlers. Dumb, stupid, nigga hustlers. Alright? And you bitches need to shut the fuck up, okay? You fat fucking nigga bitches, shut the fuck up. Alright? Yes, I said it. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't like you. Okay? It says, remember the word I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they're persecuting me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours. They ain't keeping it. So basically, you look at, okay, if you go, if the elders them, I'm only regarding the ones that are bringing out the truth. I'm not talking about these other camps out there with their horse shit. 1 minute they're saying Yahweh Shai, the next minute they're saying Jesus. 1 minute they're cussing out the white man, the next minute they're saying, well, I think we can get along like that. Man, fuck you doggone niggas, man. Go jump off a cliff. Okay? If I let me keep that silence right there, because I was about to say something. It says, but all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake, because they knew not him that sent me. Okay? So they don't know the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? They don't know, and they don't want to know. They don't want, see, what we're creating is a disruption. This truth is creating a disruption, and they don't like it. What you don't like about you being told why you have the curses on you, or why you're poor, why the hell it is that your resume for decades got thrown in the garbage, why you had to march, okay, for decades to ask for equality when it should have been just an automatic thing as a citizen of the United States or Great Babylon, America. Okay? Why are you angry at the revelation, okay, that the people that are oppressing you are Edomites, okay? People that are created to be evil and wicked. They don't like you. They never will like you, okay? And they're going to show you their true hate very, very soon, okay? Starting, okay, with your little peasant doggone Edomites. Okay, they're going to show you. And they're showing you right now, okay? So there's going to come a time when you're not going to be able to walk peacefully around and, believe you can be able to nod your head and just go and integrate or interact with these Edomites as you see fit. See, we're disrupting your thought. The truth, it disrupts your ignorance. And see, people like to be asleep. That's why they showed that in a movie, The Matrix. Okay? What was it? I can't remember the name of the one of the guys in there. He said, I want to go back to sleep. I don't remember anything of what the real world was, because when he got pulled out of the Matrix, okay, all of them, they realized that the true world was being ran by machines, okay, that were heartless, that was using them as basically as a source of energy. Food was not steak and cuisines that they were used to, okay? That they were plugged into something that was feeding into what their perception of reality is. But the reality was much more rougher. So this is where we're at right now. Our reality is a lot more rougher, okay, than we had believed. Imagine, you can figure it out why you can get ahead. But a dumb, stupid, ignorant, uneducated, doggone Edomite, white boy, can get a flashy title. You feel down and depressed. And that was exactly how they wanted you. So you struggle. And I'm not talking about me. We all struggle, but I'm not talking about me in particular. You can figure out why you're not accepted across the globe when you go to certain places. You spend your money, thousands of dollars, to go visit a country. And you can see the difference in the interaction, how they deal with you versus, some friggin' Edomite that go and stay in a hostel. You stay in a 5-star hotel, they stay in a hostel. But yet still they're giving the royal, kind of like a royal welcome treatment versus you getting kind of like we'll take your money, it's an American dollar, whatever, cases like that. Oh boy, this wind is getting real flashy here. So hopefully I can get through this before the wind get too much. Okay, but I'm holding it. Okay, let's go into Matthew 10, starting verse 32. Because again, they didn't accept the Mashiach. So if they didn't accept him, they're not going to accept us. I mean, the Mashiach got the ability to actually do miracles, which he did do miracles. Okay, we don't have that power on our hands yet to do miracles, even though we are told at some point in time we are going to be able to do miracles. But that's probably going to come during the time when we are completely shut out of this society. And there's going to come a time where not only are we not going to be able to do videos anymore or go on the internet, because you're going to need a biometric, identity to get on the internet, which we're not going to take. Okay, they're going to ostracize us. They're going to probably call us whatever the hell they want to call us, because the thing that they're doing right now with this 6G and these data centers and stuff, these super data centers, is decisions on this earth. They're looking to automate. AI is bigger than what you think. They're looking to automate it. So these AI supercomputers are going to be basically executing total surveillance across this earth, and particularly here in Great Babylon, America, Europe, these G7, G8 countries, modernized, super nations. Okay, and they're also going to be making judgment calls as to whether you're a threat to society, whether you're going to, based on your behavior. So even whispering in your house, that could be perceived as you planning on doing something. You speaking in your car is recording your conversation, that some AI is saying, you know what, go get them. Next thing you know, robots or doggone, these cyborgs are grabbing your ass up. And yes, they do exist, guys. Okay, they do exist. So at some point in time, we're going to be ostracized out of society. And, what the scripture said, be as pilgrims. Okay, so it behooves, exercising and saving your ass or anything like that. But you better take care of your damn body. All right, this is your temple. Okay, this is your temple. All right, we fast, okay, for a reason. All right, all these things that we're doing right now, this is basically training, and then there's going to be the test. Okay, and then it's going to see who's the bullshitter and who isn't a bullshitter. Okay. Now you don't need to make prediction or bet and go, well, I think that guy he's gonna fall out, or I think this elder is gonna make it, like that. You don't know. We don't know who's actually chosen. We were called, but few are chosen. All right. It starts off. It says, "Whosoever therefore shall confess." This is talking about the fact. Basically, you have these groups, okay, who is catered to the JSM, who wouldn't listen to the Mashiach, who like the flashiness, versus the fact that we're supposed to be out here in sackcloth, basically, what does scripture say? Prophesy to the wind. People say, well, who are you talking to? It doesn't matter. Okay, your opinion don't matter. You see, a lot of people, they assume, especially if you're if you're a so-called black man, everybody else on this earth assume that you look at them as superior to you. Seriously. People really believe that if you're a so-called black man, that when you're looking at them, that you're looking at them as superior. Why in the fuck would you think that I'm looking at you as superior? You pull up on a fucking bike, I pull up on a fucking Corvette. But in this world, that's supposed to show status, right? I'm not saying I have a Corvette. I'm just saying, I'm just using it as an example here. All right? I pull up in a Corvette, you pull up in on a bicycle, as a homeless cracker, but you think I'm looking at you as superior to me, when the standard on this earth or in society is saying, if you have this and that, then obviously you have accomplished more than the person who didn't have that. But then you think that we are looking at you. We have the greatest accomplishment, and it ain't really material. It's not material at all. It's actually this wisdom and knowledge. You see, the difference is because fear is going to freaking envelop this earth and envelop the minds of people. Okay? The people who are right now experiencing hell right now, where they're losing their job, they can't find any because there isn't any, who's now find themselves as another, statistics out there living on the streets or living in their car, which they're going around the people up in the car sooner or later, because people are now putting it online. I live in my car, and, they're I live in this location, and this is how I do and survive and all that stuff. Well, then now they're going to get rid of that too. You can have gyms that are gonna try to fucking come out and really have you try to prove where the hell you actually live. You know, the ones that you're gonna shower with and all that stuff. But you have these groups that 1 week they're saying Yahweh Shai, the next week they're saying Jesus. 1 week they're claiming the name, next week no. You know, they yo-yo up and down. So what does it say? If you're divided in your thoughts like that, basically you're unstable. Okay, a man divided in his thought is unstable. Okay, this is Matthew. This is 32. It says, "Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven." So there it is right there. Who's speaking on our behalf right now to the Father? The Most High Yahweh. He's really he makes the final call, really. All right. He was the one that made the decision to send Yahweh Shai, okay, to be the sacrifice, okay, and Yahweh Shai had to come in this form, okay, the ability to bleed, he had to eat, all of that stuff, you know. He even got tempted. Got tempted, okay, just like how we get tempted, okay, to where, you know, when we are in our weak state, which currently we're always in a weak state, okay. We're not comparable to Yahweh Shai. None of us are. And different brothers have different faith. And it has nothing to do with doggone whether you're an elder or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. Okay? You could be the guy you could have a title. Okay, and still be and have less faith than the guy that's just posting scriptures but never even do a doggone video. All right? It's just a Yahweh Shai, you know, he portioned it out. All right. It says, "Think not I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword." So he came to send a sword, and that's exactly what's going on. You can look at the Jakes that are calling us false prophets, who are calling us racist, and making their videos and they're discussing their hatred of us. Because we're telling them, like, look, man, you can't eat that shit, you can't do this shit, and you can't do that. Okay? Not because we're not of our own. We're reading from the scriptures. We don't know you from jack shit. If you whores want to open your damn legs up, that's your damn business. Okay? If you niggas want to freaking go bend over and be a body boy, that's your damn business. Okay? If you want to go join hands with a so-called white man, that's your motherfucking business. None of us is losing sleep. I'm speaking for myself. I don't lose no fucking sleep over you. I walk right past you, wouldn't even look your fucking way. The only thing I would do is I'll be on my guard just in case a nigga try to do some shit. And when I say that, I'm talking about the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Hispanic, okay, Latinos, and any other fucking tribe or any motherfucker walking past me. I'm gonna be on guard. That's it. But other than that, you can do what the fuck you want to doggone do. We're not losing any sleep. Our job is to simply preach. If you hear the warning and hear the trumpet blowing, great. I heard the trumpet blowing. Okay? I heard the trumpet blowing about not taking the juice. Okay? Not taking the juice. Okay? And I was rising up in my career. Okay, and the choice I had to make was continue on in it or take the juice. The good thing about when you had a life of more downs than up, you get really good at readjusting. You get really good at readjusting, kind of like MacGyver almost in life. Being that type of guy that or person, the Lord can build you like that, create you to be like that. Yeah, well, I got it, great, I'll enjoy it. If I don't got it, you never had it before. So, whatever the case is like that, you still survive and you thrive because why? It doesn't define you. A title doesn't define you. You're not allowing possessions to define you. Look, let me give you an example. One of the co-founders of Apple, who was his, one I should know his name, Steve Jobs. Okay, Steve Jobs. He died of cancer. Worth, I think at that time, was $68 billion. All the money in the world couldn't save him. $68 billion. You know, you couldn't go to school. You couldn't go to school, especially if you have a background in cybersecurity or IT or anything like that. You know, and not learn about the greats, the Bill Gates, the Steve Jobs, okay? You know, the Paul Allen, on and on and on. Just like how, like, you know, you learn about those things. Just like how we learn about the greats from the scriptures. Paul, but starting with the greatest of all, who's the Mashiach, who's the word what he called Jesus. Okay? Really, this revolves around him because he's the one that actually has given us the opportunity to serve him, to prove ourselves. In fact, let's go to Ecclesiastes 13. Because we rather serve the Mashiach than serve Esau. Okay? We serve the Mashiach before we serve Esau. And they know it. They know it. See, they're not going to make an attempt to come at us to go, hey, can we get you to say Jesus? And all that stuff, because they know they could read. They're using computer facial recognition stuff that reads your expression, your tone, your posture, and they can tell you can't approach that guy. That guy doesn't give a fuck. He ain't fucking break. You can't break that fucking dude. And they know damn well. How the fuck you can offer me something you don't fucking have? The power we serve gave you everything you have. Okay? The book of Daniel goes and talk about that. Give the earth to the base of man. So we understand that basically you are so retarded to the point where the Lord gave you rulership of this earth. He even said the base of man he gave the rulership to. The dumbest motherfuckers. Okay? From the caves. Okay? Book of Malachi talk about the fact that they came out the caves and they're going to build their empire again, and the Lord is going to put it down. Okay, so even though they get this AI and these these flashy data centers going up and all that stuff, which is going to enslave the people. Okay, whether they walk in obedience or not, you know, it's all going to come to an end. All right. So Ecclesiastes 13 and start verse 6, it reads, if you have a need of these, so for you Jakes out there that, you know, you think you are setting yourself up for less persecution or trying to show your earthly God, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, that you're not down with us, you don't need to be down with us. There ain't no down with us to be with no down with us. This ain't our ministry, man. This ain't no man's ministry. Okay, this is the Mashiach's ministry. Okay? Nobody comes out here to serve any man. I don't come out here to serve any man or camp or group or anything like that. This is the Mashiach. Okay, he gave me the spirit to come out here. Okay, protect me from a car that can just smash my ass into pieces right now and put me in the spirit world. Okay? It reads, if ye have a need of thee, he will receive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what warnest thou? Which is, how many times you can hear these? Biden. I mean, it goes on and on, but let's talk about Biden. Trump even said it like, hey, you black people, what do y'all have to lose? Hey, choose Trumpy. Okay? Biden said, hey, I'm going to open up the floodgates. Why don't y'all come through? They brought you over and they throw your ass in a damn cage like a doggone dog. They're not. You notice right now you're not hearing much about what's going on out there in the ICE thing now. Okay, so now out of sight, out of mind, they get you distracted, so you can't imagine how horrible, you know, Jakes and who are caught up inside those internment camps right now are being treated. They're being, okay, they're talking about friggin' doggone these preteens being, you know, are pregnant. They're raping the women. They're probably raping the men. You know, they talk about things about the men having given oral sex to the security guards. And they're giving oral sex to men. Okay, there's some sick shit going on. Okay, but it's out of sight, out of mind, because it's right now there's a flashy. They keep talking about there's some moves and people are worried about gas. So you Jakes them always keep talking about let's unite and let's all walk together. Okay, so why the hell aren't you around those internment camps that are treating your brothers and sisters like shit? Why aren't you around those camps, doggone protesting. You're not. You concerned about your $6 gas you're paying for right now. Because at the end of the day, a nigga is only concerned about himself. Okay? People in general are only concerned about themselves. So you can talk all the shit you want. So here's Esau. Okay? He'll make you feel good. Hey, because he needs you. And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. When he see thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. So I see y'all gonna have a downfall that's gonna be, and we're gonna laugh the fuck at you. I know I'm gonna laugh the fuck at you. Okay, when they're done using, Esau's done using you. When they're done using one body and whatever the fuck their name is right now, I'm gonna laugh at that bearded fucking fucking orangutan looking nigga that fucking is the leader of that camp. Okay? And along with all the other ones like that. Okay? Because see, the problem with you damn weak ass niggas is that y'all friggin' y'all can't do without. Y'all are covetous, and that's a covetous spirit in your monkey ass. See, you're too dumb to go out there and go fucking earn your fucking living and discipline yourself to save $1 or $2 or invest it or whatever the case is like that. So basically, you found a way in how you could read a couple scriptures. Since the majority of people like to hear the wrong information, okay, because you're not telling them the truth, which is very rough on the air. Then they can send you, they can line your pocket up. Okay, you had a cap backward. You kind of like the cool pastor. Okay, you kind of like hip hop, but at the same time, you kind of like a pastor at the same time. It's kind of like a new age pastor, you know, pastor or reverend or whatever the case is like that. So y'all utilize that because our people are ignorant and stupid as fuck. They like to be entertained, and they like to hear friggin' doggone sweet words. Okay, so you dudes are talented in one doggone thing, and that's just basically ripping off your own people. Okay, or ripping off people, bending the fuck over for the so-called white man, the cracker, and you prove you ain't nothing more than a fucking doggone 3/5 of a man, because a fucking full man, okay, a man of the Lord, wouldn't bow. That's why you don't see they don't come around us for that shit. All right. It says, beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in jollity. Okay, so you're in jollity, which is basically just being ignorant and happy. All right, you're flashy. Obviously, the words of warning that comes from the true men of the Lord. Okay, really the elders, them who really, you know, they speak. You know, they see your videos and stuff for that. You know, and they speak on it. And of course, it's always to defend the gospel. Okay, it don't matter because it doesn't matter. Because y'all have a lot of doggone man worshippers and shit like that, and man pleasers and stuff, and people that is going to back you up because why? They're just like you. Okay, they're just like you, simple and full of shit. All right, let's go into Hebrews 13 and 9. And people rather here waste their time watching bullshit. I don't get it with these dudes, man. It's like, how does anyone even, I mean, for the sake of you know, correction, you know, so that none of the sheeps would get caught up in their breakdowns that are geared towards pleasing the oppressor and confusing people. Okay. But other than that, y'all are a complete waste of time. You're not smart either, and you're not talented. All right, and that's why you have to do what the fuck you do. All right. It's in Hebrews 13 and verse 9. It reads, "Be not carried out about with diverse and strange doctrines, for it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein." So we're not going to get occupied in all kinds of bullshit. Why in the hell would somebody want to waste their doggone time? Why would you want to waste your time, Jake? Huh? Us and the so-called white man wasted enough of your time. Esau has wasted enough of your time telling you you can be this and you can be that, and you do this, and if you do this and you do that, and if you march and you wave this flag, and if you do this and you do that, and you pledge your allegiance and this and that, I'm going to give you this and that. And what is he giving you? Nothing but headache, pestilence, and disease. Okay, and a friggin' demented, demonically corrupt mind, okay, that cannot ever, okay, see this truth as the way it is. Okay? What did the Lord Yahweh Shai say? Make it plain on tables. How much more plain can it be? We get the signs. Okay, you know, you get signs print out. You know, brothers spend hours and stuff like, you know, putting scriptures on cardboards and stuff like that. You know, would have it up against the wall, would have it on the ground so that you can come and take a look. You know, I learned to do it from the brothers them. I didn't come up with this on my own, so I had to learn from somebody. All right, I had to learn from somebody how to make these. I didn't know about these. Okay, and you see how it looks. Okay, you see how it looks. All right. You know, if I show you, you'll see it. So this is the truth. This is the truth, man. I don't get it, Jake. I mean, I really don't get it. I don't get it, like how you could just indulge in just ignorance. In fact, let's go to Ezekiel 34. Let's start verse 1. Ezekiel 34. Yeah, the wind is picking up a little bit here. It's Ezekiel 34, verse 1. It reads, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus said the Lord power unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flock?" So here it is. You get the men who know the truth, but rather than feeding the flocks the truth, they feed them bullshit while they have the truth inside of them. I mean, that's just confusion itself. We didn't get this truth to go and just keep it to ourselves. Well, you know what? I know how to do the commandments, and I know how to do as much as I can. I know the Sabbath. I know the holy days. I know what not to eat, but that's just for me. It's all about you. See, the Lord doesn't operate that way. See, man operates that way. Because if it was up to men, including men in this ministries, on who's going to be saved or not, they would save only people that they like or they fancy or whatever the case like that, whether you're doing the work or not. Okay? Because as men, that's how you think. From the outside, well, I don't like how he looks. He's not tall enough, or he's not. I don't like how he talks. I don't like his accent. I don't like him, man. He ain't somebody I could roll with, like that. It's ain't about that. See, the Lord don't operate like that, and that's a good thing. Because if it was up to men, I don't give a fuck who you are. It was up to men, and I'm talking about men in this ministry who's doing the work, truthfully, on who's going to be saved and who's not going to be saved. You have a lot of brothers that are diligently doing the work of the Lord Yahweh Shai for the Lord Yahweh Shai as commanded, not no man, will be left out, and someone just happens to agree, might be friggin' doggone taken in. They ain't done shit, but at that moment of, heartfelt moment, you just feel like, I'll let you go, I'll let you slide, you. It's not up to man. Okay? You can respect people, but just remember, there ain't no power. Really, Yahweh Shai has power over you, not a man. Alright? And see, that's the thing about doggone Jake's them. They respect these men who exalt themselves. Jake have a habit of respecting a poor Jake that can exalt himself in whatever special effects, okay? Albeit a flashy robe, flashy food, man pleasers and actors, some hypnotic music, dazzling lights, cameras, cheerleaders, the whole 9 yards, and they're impressed with that because that makes you seem, really? Well, why don't you own a fucking corporation that can go and put millions of Jakes at work if you're so great? If you can go through all of that creative illusion Why don't you do something that's actually could have benefited Jake a long time ago? See, you're a selfish fucking shitbag, man. You're just nothing more than a fucking doggone disillusional fucking street thug, okay? That will poison your own fucking doggone people, but won't dare walk in Beverly Hills and try to poison them motherfuckers out there. I despise you motherfuckers. If I ever was to go back to run a unit again like I would specifically ask a leader to kick your fucking door down and stomp your guts the fuck out. I hate you niggas like that, man. Hate you fucking niggas, man. And don't think for once if Jakes in law enforcement or friggin' the military won't fucking put you to death. Yes, they will. Yes, they fucking will. I tell you again. Yes, Jakes will. Yeah, they will. They don't give a fuck about you. You know what they give a fuck about? Their perceived retirement that they're gonna get. Fucking hate you niggas, man. The definition of weak ass nigga is especially one that's only about himself. So wanna hog up power. The fuck you? Why you so fucking power hungry? Why the fuck you need so much admiration? Why? Whereas you have dudes them can like, man, leave me the fuck alone, man. Go fuck off, okay? I don't want to talk to you. I don't even look at your ass. And you got brothers in that spirit. All right? Go fuck off. I got a family. I got friends. I got people who I could talk to. Which most of us don't have that, and it's fine. All right. This is Luke 12. And Psalm verse 2, it reads, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the air in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetop. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he had killed had power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him." So who should you fear? This is from the Mashiach himself, right there. He said, fear the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Fear the Most High Yahweh. Don't fear no damn man. You don't need someone to like you. You don't need to be a part of a group. You don't need to be accepted, okay, to make somebody feel powerful or feel good or they got control, whatever the case like that. They ain't got control of shit. They ain't even got control of their own bowels. You got nigga, you don't have control of their own bowels, but they want to, but dudes don't want to be powerful. What the fuck you looking for that power for? Huh? And see, this is why our people friggin' don't want to get caught up in these persuasive speakers, you know, from the Christian church. Okay. Here it is, the same dude wearing his tight or baggy three-piece suit, fucking farting or letting out a little squeeze of fart when the cop car pull up behind him. Because he don't know if he can make it out of that situation. So he fart, little squeeze, little fart. He's scared. You know, when you get really, really scared, you can fart sometime. You know? Literally, what they call scare the shit out of you. So where's his power? You fart and you scared because some little bony ass old cracker fucking pull up behind you. Okay? He's got power. Why? Because he's got the power of the state, the power of the city, the power of the government to back him up. You know, and in yourself, despite the fact that you might act like a big shot amongst other poor people, okay, you know damn well that you're at the bottom and that your life means absolutely not a damn thing in the valley of the shadow of death. And that's why you're scared. Okay? Now, we ain't stupid. Okay, because we've been told basically, you know, agree with our adversary quickly, which is basically, you know, law enforcement. And there's going to come a time when these law enforcement are not going to do things the right way. So we prepare ourselves to get slammed to the fucking ground. But like we put up in videos, we're gonna get back at you, Esau. This is your time. This is your time, your kingdom to get it, to do to us what you're gonna do. Okay. You know, there was a time I used to see Jake Simmons again beat down and all that stuff, and I came into right around the time of the George Floyd incident right there, and I knew what he was going through because I trained to do that that exact knee on the back and the neck maneuver. You learn it before you go into deployments. That's what you do to them over there. And it hurts like a mother. We have to do it on each other. It hurts like a motherfucker. So I know what he's going through. But he was an example of how the Lord would put a wicked ass nigga down so that other wicked ass Jakes would see this is how the Lord can judge you. Okay? Esau has a power that the Lord has given him, of course, because he's the Lord's whipping stick to put us to death anytime he wants. He can do it in so many subtle ways. Fly a drone over your head and spray your house with some chemical that can put you to kill you in your sleep. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. Poison your delivery. All those things. All kinds of things he can do. He can poison the whole city system and kill out and wipe out everybody in this town right now. Okay? But the deeds of man are controlled by the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. At the end of the day, the Lord is the ultimate judge, not man. I see that's what makes that's a clear difference right there is when you understand and know the truth. See, because they don't teach you that in the scripture. What they teach you in Christianity church is the fear of these crackers. You better fucking fear them, or you better be scared of them. Why the fuck am I? Why? Because God is white. The angels are white. The devil is white. Okay. Or he's red. It says it right here. Be not afraid of them that can kill the body, but what else can you do? We don't know how many times we died, or we don't even know how we died. I don't know how I died last time. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know I even lived before. I never even knew I lived before until I actually heard one of the brothers from the camp out there in Alabama did a lesson on that, and I asked him, and this is when I first was coming in, when I first was understanding it. I had so much question. And, you know, it's a good thing you have men that can look and they can see that you're sincere, that you're really trying to know. And I was trying, I go, what? I lived before? How come I don't remember? Now I'll be on this brother page every day, man. Like, I can't wait for another lesson to come out. I just soaking it in. I was just soaking it in from the brothers them, man, and the apostles them. I was just soaking everything. I had like stocks and stocks. I don't have the best memory as far as I have like selective memory, so I don't have the best memory. So I have to write down a lot of things, and I just wrote stock. I had like just like literally stacks of pages. This is just the physical version, and then I had the ones on my computer of scriptures and stuff like that. And of course I had to, you know, go over the same thing over and over and over. It took me 6 months to even know the name, to even pronounce the name. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It took me almost 6 months. And that might sound crazy, but it's true. They know how to spell it, what it mean, all those things, man. So it was like that, you know. Let's go into Revelation 21, Psalm 7. The book of Revelation 21, Psalm 7 reads, okay, let's start verse 6. It says, and he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. So I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty, and I know you brothers are thirsty. Oh yeah. You know how you know? You know, when you subscribe to over 300 different channels, you pertaining to this ministry. You can see, brothers putting up videos. Now, it doesn't come in the algorithm all the time to like who put out what. So, just kind of understand that people might not watch your video, you might not have an account heavy because of how the algorithm goes in. Obviously, the men that are putting up 4 or 5 videos a day are gonna have more of those views or stuff like that because they put up more videos compared to like say someone like me who gets up 1 video a day or maybe only 3 or 4 a week. You like to put up 1 every day like that, but it's like you're trying your best not to be repetitive. And we shouldn't have to feel that way. I mean, you see, that's the problem right there with these other camps. They feel like they because they know how people are so bored. They feel like they have to do a lot of extra stuff, and that's the spirit that's on. It's a spirit that has gotten on me too. Like I feel like I can't say that because I just said that yesterday. You get like multiple books that say the exact same thing, so it sounds repetitive. And it's like. Sometimes you feel like, I have to come with something like different. We shouldn't have to feel that way, but our people are really notoriously have low attention span. They like to be in a team, and now lately, brothers, starting from the apostles all the way down, whether you in the main church or not, it makes no difference. We work for Yahweh Shai. Not for man, okay? Yahweh Shai gives the spirit. Yahweh Shai gives the spirit. Not no man. We only can read, okay, and prophesy. That's as far as it goes right there. I'm coming out and saying, basically, look, go elsewhere for your entertainment. Because this is not for you. It's not for you. It just isn't. It says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and that will be his power, and he should be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and adulterers, and all liars shall have their part in the lake, which burneth with fire, and brimstone, which is the second death, which is a nuclear terminal, nuclear fire. So that's a lot of jakes. We're not even going to talk about these doggone other tribes, okay, because it's obvious they're going to die here, okay? And the Edomites are going to die here. But this is talking about you jakes, them who continue to take part of this. Okay? Especially you unbelievers. See, if you don't believe, then basically you don't believe an authority is watching over you. Let me ask you a question if anyone's gotten this far in the video. How many of you think that you're being watched? And I'm not talking about no damn Esau. Fuck Esau. I don't give a fuck about the cracker watching me. I could VPN my computer and do all kinds of stuff. I have that kind of skill set to do those things. But I don't give a fuck. You want to spy, go fucking spy. You want to hear what the fuck I'm saying in my house? Listen up. I always constantly say this to you. I'll save you the trouble. Fuck you crackers, fuck you crackers, fuck you kikes. Fuck you doggone fake phony ass fucking kikes over there in the state of Israel. Fuck you motherfuckers that are sitting on the doggone power seat out there in Washington DC. Fuck all of you motherfuckers. You're all gonna be my slave in the future. Fuck all of you motherfucking crackers out there that's catching hell. May the Lord destroy you, your household, son, your grandma, all the way down to your fucking doggone infant. I don't give a fuck about you. There it is. What else you want to know? Alright? So I just saved you the trouble. I just saved you the trouble right there. Okay? But I'm talking about being watched by the Most High Yahweh Shai. That you actually have an angel that's watching you. An assigned angel. I think I met my angel. The one that's assigned to me, I believe I saw him in 2021 or 22. I gotta go look back at the video. Because, brothers put up a having angels come to the camp. I believe the one that's assigned to me came to me. And he looked at, he walked right past me. He was a Jake too. Unassuming, never seen him before. Been going out there when I was out there in San Jose. Walked by and he goes, I know you and I know Israel. And he pointed just like that. And he kept walking and then he just disappeared. I never seen him again. but something was just off. He didn't look like just some random dude just happened to be walking by. Nah, man. I know he's my. I think he's the angel that's assigned to me. And I know, you know, like do you feel watched? I feel watched. I think the Lord watch every move. Let's go on a. Let me see something here. I may or may not. I probably will read through it and then. All right, let's go through this, and then I'm gonna break it down. So this is how people why they are unbelievers. It says this is Psalms 10, starting with verse 1. It reads, "Why standest thou far, O Lord Yahweh Shai? Why hidest thou thyself in the times of trouble?" So people are saying, "Hey, where's the Lord when I can't pay rent? Where's the Lord when I can't have food to eat? Where's the Lord when I can't buy that fancy purse? Where's the Lord when I can't make car payment? Where's the Lord when I can't buy my flashy car? Where's the Lord when grandma don't talk to me? Where's the Lord when I bust my toe? See, where's the Lord when Esau beating the shit out of your doggone no good son in the streets?" Okay, so they're asking this question. So because they go, the wicked in his pride don't persecute the poor, let them be taken to the devices they imagine, which means what? Hey, you know what? Your nuke is going to destroy you. These internment camps, guess who's going inside of them? You Edomites. You Edomites are going to be filling up a lot of these internment camps. What, you think they were made for us? They are a little bit, but a lot of y'all are going to go in because why? See, y'all going to be the biggest resistor to this New World Order because leading up to the New World, so-called New World Order, which is not going to happen because the New World Order is going to be when the Mashiach returns. That's going to be the real New World Order. But leading up to this change that they're looking to do, the resistance really is going to come from you Edomite, okay, who are going to, who at the time, by the time they get it all up and running, you'd have already lost your corporate jobs, you've already lost every doggone thing like that, and you do not want to be in a dystopian society where your friggin' doggone income or your level of living is the same as the doggone people that you look down on, you know, that you try to, in your minute little tiny little brains, try to think that you somehow is better, okay, than them. Okay, you're not gonna want to deal with that. You're gonna go, well, I'm a doctor. Why am I getting, rations like this doggone nigger who hasn't done shit? Boy, you crackers gonna lose your damn mind. It says, for the wicked boast of his hard desire, blessed the confidence whom the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after power. Power is not his thought. Why would you think about that? Why would you think about the power of the Lord when you can have artificial intelligence and AI and the Lord gave you the ability to do all these great things? Okay, so they began beside themselves. They forgot that they're created. Okay, they forgot that they're a base that was given an opportunity to rule the world. Hey, this is your blessing, Esau, by the sword. Okay, that ain't coincident. Like you have the ability to do things what you do. Okay, puff at your enemies. Okay. This is your blessing, he says. His ways are always grievous, that judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Yes, you are going to be in adversity. You are in your lower level, you might say in adversity right now. But boy, oh boy. And you at least are going to be in adversity. Boy, when we get our hands on you, that's when you can know, oh boy, adversity really, really starting right now for us. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places he murder the innocent. His eyes are privy set against the poor. All those legislation, all those changes is designed to hit the poor. DEI, all that crap. In fact, all this AI and all this other BS is designed to do what? To hit the poor. Who's the poor? Us so-called blacks and Americans and Latino. So you can't come to rely on this man, Jake. Okay, you need to understand that. You're not going to be able to rely, on this man. You're not going to be able to rely on him. All right? You need to understand that because he don't give a crap about you. It says, he lied and wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied and wait to catch the poor. He don't catch the poor when he draw him in his net. Hey, true promises. I'm going to do this and do that for you. We're not racist. We need to build better black communities. We need to build better business for black, open up all those things. When they did the PPL loan, guess what now? A lot of Jakes, man, they fell for that and took that loan, and now they're on the hook. A lot of them are now being charged with fraud, all kinds of shit. Never trust thy enemy, Jake. When are you gonna learn? When are you gonna learn? You're gonna get caught up in the net, because if you try to continuously be somebody or make it in Great Babylon America, because nothing makes a Jake more proud than if he somehow accomplished more than you did, and he's being idolized and worshipped, or perception that he's being worshipped or idolized by his enemies. Hey, nothing would make a nigga more proud than to get patted on the back by a doggone old dusty old fucking faggot cracker man who's like, oh boy, you really did well. We really love how you did that, and we thought we'd have you come over to the house there. Susie and I thought we'd have you come over to the house like that, because in reality, you want to have a threesome with your ass and stuff like that. You'll use Susie as a bait, and then he'll come from behind your ass and shit like that, right? And that's what's happening to a lot of you damn niggas. It says, he crouched and humbled himself that the poor may fall by strong ones. He has said in his heart, power had forgotten. He hid his face, he will never see it. Yes, he sees every doggone thing. The Lord sees everything, okay? Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah with power. Lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn power? He has said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Okay, so basically, look here. The Lord is protecting us. He heard a cry of the humble, which is the prophets and all the believers. Those who believe. Not the unbelievers. Okay, who are looking for a sign, who's looking for like, well, wait a minute. How come look, the Lord, don't waste the Lord's time. Okay, but you can't really waste his time with bullshit. Complaining to him about a stubbed toe, or you didn't get that flashy purse you wanted. The Lord, you pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, pray to him for something that's worthy, man. Like, kill this doggone cracker. That's what we pray for. We pray for this place to get crushed. We pray for these doggone wicked people to get humbled. We pray for Esau to get humbled. We pray for these Edomites to get the taste of their own medicine. We pray for these Edomites that hung Jake from trees, okay, to be poor, living out on the streets. And we're seeing exactly that. So the Lord is hearing the prayers of the humble. How many videos you see out there? Who's crying the most out there? You see them like, oh my God, it's so high. I can't. Fuck you. I'm laughing the fuck at me. I mean, it's just my spirit. See, the thing is when you've been out in the world and you've been fucked over by these people and been catching hell from them, you have absolutely no compassion for the fucking wicked. I have no fucking compassion for you crackers at all. There's a reason why the handle is called Mawat, 2 out of 1. Alright? I didn't make that because I didn't even know what it was about. But that's what the Spirit brought on me, and that's exactly what I stuck with. Alright? I have no compassion for your motherfucking asses whatsoever. I feel nothing for you. Absolutely. I pray to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai that he makes it worse. Worse. Alright? Fucking hate you damn motherfuckers, man. Let's go into Jeremiah. Let's close with Jeremiah 51. Psalm verse 24 reads, well, let's go to 24. Let's close it with 25. Jeremiah 51 and 25 says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, will destroy all the earth, and I'll stretch my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. So the Lord is going to take the Edomite Empire, which has bullied the earth, go into the other king's nation. The king of Babylon goes in these other nations, okay, and bully the kings, surround them, the ships, okay. If you don't do this and you don't do that, we're going to send a tomahawk missile up your ass. We're going to starve your people out, including kids and women, non-combatants. They don't care how they destroy. Yet still these same people will turn around and say that they don't murder and they don't do all these things. Well, wait a minute. If you are punishing a regime by blocking the food and the resources and all that stuff, the regime cannot provide for the people. And don't be a hypocrite and go, well, they're oppressing the people. Well, hey, that's why Iran called your ass out and say, look what you have done to the Native Americans. What have you done to the so-called Negroes here and Latinos here in America? Look at how they live and look at how you doggone people live. Hypocrite. Hipper, motherfucking crit. I'll close it again by showing you, once again, the people that you like. See, they did this. Okay? Even up in the 60s, hit the nigga baby. Wow. Okay? The wicked that are on this earth are these people. Okay? These child molesting, fucking animal, fucking doggone kites you see right here. That's who they are, okay? See how people don't like, people fear real men. You know why people don't come up here? They don't know the truth because they know this they know exactly. So they'll drive by, they see the signs and all that stuff. They go, oh, he's one of them black supremacists. No, I'm not a black supremacist. Okay? I'm from Yasharala. I'm part of Yasharala. Okay, Prince of the Power. Okay? I'm the son of the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay? And the Lord has awakened me to come out here and deliver this message. Whether you hear or forbear, I don't give a fuck. Okay, what your thoughts are, you ain't shit. I'm not impressed. Okay? And when you fucking are gonna catch in hell and you fucking are going to cry, where's the prophet to tell us what to do? Our mission has already been accomplished, and we will get that rest while those judgments commence. Oh, well, in that was that Father, because we're giving all going on to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, Shalom. Hey, even the dog over there wants to hear the truth.